Archive file in Linux. Archive file is the collection of file and directories, keep in mind, which store in one file. So you can combine multiple file and directories and store them in one file. We call them archive. The archive file are not compressed, and it will use the same amount of disk space as all the individual file and directory combined. So the file and directory which you combine them, whatever the space they require, the same will require for the archive file as well. Archive file normally we use for backup or to transfer the file and package in distribution. However, keep in mind, an archive file is not compressed, but compressed file can be archive file. Clear? Now what we can use, which command we can use to archive the file, to combine them, to collect them in one file. That is called tar. Tar means tab archiver. We use tar command program to create, maintain, modify, and extract the file that are archived in the tar format. And we use this tar command to create a backup and archive. The tar command does not compress the file by default. However, there are many options to use with the tar to compress the file as well. But by default, it will not compress them. Archive and compress file are used for backup purpose, either if you want to transfer the data across the network to make them one file to send them easily. Finally, keep in mind, entire option you can use with hyphen or without hyphen. So suppose if you want to use these option, so it can be with hyphen or without hyphen. Like here, I did not use the hyphen. So it's up to you. This tar command is one of that command which you can use with the option you can use without hyphen or with hyphen. Mostly we use hyphen, yeah. So it's up to you. You can use them. It's better to use them because mostly with all command we use hyphen and then we type the option. So these are example which we will do. However, you need to understand the option which you can use with the tar to create, extract, etc. Dash either hyphen c means to create a new archive, means create. Hyphen j means to compress the file using tar command with bzip2. Hyphen z means to use gzip to compress the file. Hyphen j means to compress the file using xz. These are different way to compress the file. Hyphen x means to extract the file. Hyphen v means verbose, to display the information. Hyphen t means the content of the file, to list the content of the file. Hyphen f means the file name of the archive. Hyphen u means to archive and add to existing archive file. And hyphen upper a means concatenate the archive file. And similarly we have w, verify the archive file. Hyphen uppercase c to change the extract file location. And then we have a r. It is used to update the file or directory which is already exist. So these are few tar options. By the way, you can get more from the help and manual. So let's go to Kali Linux and show you. Of course, you have tar and help command which will provide you all the detail. Look at now, all the options are available here as well. Similarly, we have a man and then tar to show you the manual for the archive utility, and these are the detail. Some of them we just discussed. here is, and you can go page by page and you can see them. You can use for multiple purpose. A lot of things are available. This is just an overview of the tar, and let me quit. Now let's start the tar. So we can use, let me see, on my desktop what I done, I created 6 directories and 6 files for test purpose. We already know how to create this one. So let's use the tar command. The first one is tar, and then I say cvf. I already told you about the C to create, verbose, and file. And then let me give them a name, files.tar. This is the extension for the tar. And then which file? Suppose I want to tar only one file with F1. I say I want this file to be like a file, as files. Let me give them a files like this and hit enter. Now it's created. Let me say ls, and here you can see files.tar. What I done, I make this one file as a archive file. Now whatever, if I want multiple file, so the same command, and here suppose f2, f3.txt and hit enter. So now I combine 3 files to make them as a one file. And let me go to ls, and here you will find out a file.tar. How I know that this is the combination of these 3 files? Okay, so we can check that one as well by tar, and here I can say this one, and let's see from here what I can do to see the list of the content. So I can tvf and hit enter. So they say this file.tar is the combination of 3 files, file 1, file 2, and file 3. Okay, it's great. Yeah, that's what I combine them and make them one archive file. So we create from multiple file and one file. I show you. Can I create archive for directories? Why not? So we have 6 directories. So what I can do, rather than this one, what I can do, let me remove this one, and this time I will say directories, either dirs.tar, and let me put one directory, dir1. We can make one directory to be archived as done. And if it is ls, so here you can see dir, I make this one as a archive file as a tar. Can I combine multiple? Yes. So let's go up. Rather than dir1, dir2, dir3 and combine them, and let's check out ls. So now how I know this one? So similar like a file, we check out this one. Here I will type dir.tar. So they said this dir.tar, this one is the combination of 3 directories. Here is the detail. So we combine one file as make them archive. We make one directory as archive. Then we combine multiple file to archive. Then we combine multiple directory to archive. And then we verify by tvf as well, verbose to show you, and t means the content. Okay. There are many other ways to create the archive as well. It's not only by this way. You can simply type -c and -f as well to create a archive. Next, we will see them. If you want to add a file or directory to already existing directory, existing archive, such as file. So in the file, by the way, and file what we have, let me show you both. So file and file, we have only file 1, 2, and 3. Here directory 1, 2, 3. If I want to add something, what I will do? So I need to type tar. Okay. And here I need to type r. And then what I need to do, vf. And then which file I want to add them. File 4.txt, and where I want to download files.tar. So this is the way to add extra file to the existing tar. How I know? Let's verify by the first command and hit enter. Previously it was 123, now it's 123. Okay, I think so it's not added. Okay, RVF, it should be a tar RVF, and I say F4 to the file. Sorry, I done a small mistake here. This should be like this: files.tar and then the file name f4.txt. Was my mistake. And let me clear the screen and see again. You can see that inside this files, okay, let me see ls, they say that file have now 4 file. If I want to add the f5 as well, so minus rvx, either hyphen or without hyphen, and here I need to put 5 as well. And here let's verify again, and here is now, previously it was still 4, now I have 5. Done. So we can do this one, and the same thing will be done with the directory as well. Okay, and here let's see the directory as well, one as well. So we have directories. Okay, and let me add the directory. We have only 3. Let me add dir 4 and hit enter, and let's check out by this command. So now dir, let me see dirs.txt. Now you can see 4 directories. Similarly, if you want to add another directory 5, and let's check out again, and here now previously is 4, now 5 directory in the same file. Done. So we can add them as well. It's also possible by RVF, sorry. Next, to extract the content of a tar file, if you want to extract them, so we can use tar, and for extract we need to use X, sorry, we need to use X, and then VF for the file and verbose, and then the files.tar. This is the tar file which I want to extract them. Okay, and hit enter, and now it is extracted. So you can use the same to like unzip and window, which we do. If I want to a specific directory to extract them, because it extract them to the same desktop, here we already have those files, so I can do that one as well. You just need to type the same command, okay, and just give them the directory path. And after that, you just need to type, by the way, I need to use here, let me go to capital C, and then I need to give them directory name. So directory, let me go to what I have on the desktop. Suppose I have a directory dir1, suppose I want to extract them to here. So I say extract whatever the files.tar to a dir1. Let's go to dir1. I extract them to here, and ls, look at now, all the 5 files are extracted here. So you can use this command. I say extract this one and uppercase C to this dir1. So I extract them. You can give them a complete location where you want to extract them. Done. So we can do that one as well. Next, if you want to compress the file, so to compress the file, we have the same command but with a different option. So we need to use star, and then we have a C, JVF, which we discuss about J, and other thing we already know, VF, and then the file name. Suppose if I say files, this time I will give TBZ2 BZ, and then the file name. So in this case I will say F1. It is F1, I think so, yeah. F2, F3, F4, F5 and F6. Sorry, F6 is not available, and hit enter. Now if I say ls, you will find this file tbz. To compress them, bzip2. There are many methods to compress the file, how much level you need. So one of them is the bzip2. What if I want to extract this one? Now this is compressed. Previously it was archived. Now I use the tar command to compress them by bzip2. If I want to extract the bzip2 compressed, so what I can do, I can use the same command here. It was my file, okay, and here C, I can keep the C as well, and here rather than J I will use Z. No, it will be C. Okay, sorry, it should be extract. So X, and then what I will do, I will JVF. Okay, so X means extract them, J means the bzip2 file, V verbose, and file name is this one. This is the file name, and extract, and now it's extracted. You can extract to a specific directory. Again, you can use that method. Now similarly, if I want to compress a file using gzip, it was bzip2. So gzip, I need to use star and then see the file zvf. Okay, it will compress them as a gzip, and then the file name, suppose files, and this time it will be tgz. The format is different, and then f1, f2, f3, these are the file, f4 and f5, and hit enter. And now if I ls, you will find file .tgz. Previously it was bzip2, now it is gzip. Similarly, if I want to extract this file, the compressed file, okay, so I need to change one thing to extract them using X. Rather than C, I will use X and then keep the same thing, XZVF, and hit enter. Now it's extracted again. Similarly, we can create XZ compressed star file as well. There are different compress level. So we done bzip, we compress them, and then we extract the compressed file. Then we use gzip and then extract them. The last I want to show you is the next level. So that one is what we can do. We can use CJVF, okay, and then the file name is this time files. However, the TXZ will be the extension, and then F1, F2, sorry, F2, not is F2.txt, F3.txt, F4.txt, F5.txt, and enter. And ls, now we have three different levels. So we done the bzip2, then we done the gzip, and then finally we create xz compress, this one. And if you want to extract, so just remove these file because we compress them. Just rather than C, just put X, and remaining thing will be the same like in previous case, and now is extracted. And so many things you can do with this tar command. So we use a tar command to archive the file, and also I show you how to compress the file using the tar. And then we discuss what is the difference between archive and what is the difference between compress. Archive means it will take the same amount of disk space. In the case of compress, it will take less, but it depends which technology you are using. You are using bzip2, you are using gzip, or you are using xz to compress the file. So it depends. Okay, I did not show you those in detail. You can search about these three different, which one give you more compress. Okay, also it depend on the file. Like a video or audio or text file, it can be compressed separately, differently, even in the same size, but the text file can be compressed more and video and audio is compared. So it's depend. This was all about the archive and compress.